Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And the New York Giants taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here are the Steelers making their way out, and with their longtime starter, Ben Roethlisberger, leading the way.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all of 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March, and now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
3-yard gain on the play.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
Down, Pittsburgh.
So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A gain of 20.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes they think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
He's brought down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
3, Giants nothing.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
A little bit of broken record time, partner, because we know that this young man, Daniel Jones, was a surprise pick at number 6 overall. But I thought that he got better and better as the year went on in his rookie year. A lot of trial by fire. Needs to protect the football better while in the pocket, but when he's at his best, he can throw it and run it, and he's an ascending quarterback. 24 touchdown passes as a rookie.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. And he finds Penny. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up second. Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Operating from the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward, an absolute nightmare to try and block. And he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 1st down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here's big. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the Giants have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
For the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the Steeler offense heading out for their next possession. And for them, you look back to 2019, no Ben Roethlisberger, and that meant no playoffs in the Steel City as they wound up 8-8. But, look, hope springs eternal this time of year. What chance, Charles, do you give the Steelers of getting back to the playoffs?
Well, since you got all lyrical on me there about hope springing eternal, how about we go to Ben Roethlisberger, who's saying, I still want to win Lombardis, and I say that with a plural. He may be in his upper 30s, but he feels like he's in his upper 20s, and he thinks he can continue to play, and the elbow feels good. But remember, without him last year, they scored 10 or fewer points 5 times. He's got to kickstart that offense with his play as well.
Yeah, and those struggles to score points, it all culminated with an offense that was 30th in the NFL. So if they want to get close to sniffing another Lombardi, those numbers have to have a big uptick.
And it'll help with that defense. T.J. Watt, Bud Dupree, Minkah Fitzpatrick was an all-pro at safety. They're awfully good on that side of the ball.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass intended for James Washington. Incomplete. Rings up 4th down.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, Golden Tate. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, Jones. Oh, that was dangerous. Thrown into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Jones. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And hitting Juju on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Their 48-yard line.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Steelers.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
Brady, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Well, the Giants offense heading back out there. 2020, really a new start in New York. Joe Judge hired as the head coach, but He takes over for a squad that was 5-11 last year, and if you go back the last 4 years, they're 12-36, and Charles, that's the worst mark in the NFL over that stretch.
You're starting to sound as gloomy as I normally sound, partner. I'm rubbing off on you in the wrong way, so let's look at some things in their favor. Second-year quarterback Daniel Jones. I thought he had a big second half of the season. He just has to hold on to the ball better in the pocket, and he'll have a chance to make some big plays downfield. Saquon Barkley, fully healthy again. Remember, he played with a bad ankle last year and still rushed for 1,000 yards. They are in a division where 9-7 won the title last year, so maybe they're not quite as far away as some people think.
On second down and 4, Jones. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Johnson jostles free. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. James Conner and the Steelers ready to get their next drive going. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll throw from the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Gain of 12.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Eric Ebron.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Ben to throw again. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be...
And he's in! Touchdown, Steelers! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, It was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Riley Dixon on
a reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Here's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
3-yard pickup.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And the Steelers first down.
Things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Complete, it's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Roethlisberger connecting with James Washington. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's James Washington who finishes things with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
With the score.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones going right side. He finds Slayton. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A handoff to Barkley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Jones on first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Now Barkley stripped of the football. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Well, down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Running to start the drive is Samuels. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
For Pittsburgh.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Ebron. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And the Steelers.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, a give to Connor. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Roethlisberger will hand a counter, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
He was brought down.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Dexter Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Now Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 28-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good.
Kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Steelers 27, Giants 14.
So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I called a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 tonight. Watch the slap.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The line of scrimmage.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Watch 98.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
8-yard line.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
A first down carry for Barkley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Gain of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Flushed out right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
I'm coming after you. Undercross.
On 1st down, Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Barkley on the
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
2nd and 2. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
By the Steelers.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Roethlisberger. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Samuels. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Number 30,
You know that old expression, it's not my night.
the tackle made.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 44, Roethlisberger. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Jones. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he'll get this out to Barkley, complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Jones now. From the gun on 3rd down. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the draw, this is Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It was Bud Dupree fighting through and making the tackle.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Throwing Jones. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Connor. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Ebron's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd down and 3. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Roethlisberger on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was due in large part once again to the play of big number 7, their quarterback Ben Roethlisberger.
And as you and I both know, there can be some really good Big Ben days. There can be some not quite as good Big Ben days. But they're always going to be exciting, aren't they? He makes plays. He stands in the pocket and delivers against a fierce rush. He can exit out at times. There's something special about that guy, and no game is out of reach when he's on the field.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.